Let's make this quick. I've got a margarita, and Arizona's beating USC at the Coliseum right now. I'd prefer to go watch that. So, first quarter. I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, about the same.
You give a lot of minutes to that Pajemski, Moody, Kuminga, Sarge. How did you think that group did?
Thought they were great. Brandon, you can see with Brandon, like he just he knows how to play. He's a count ahead on everything, whether it's a long rebound, a cut, a pass. He sees the game beautifully. So he's a guy who can really help other people. And I thought he helped Moses and J.K. And I think Saric is another guy who helps others. The game makes sense when Dario's out there. So it was fun watching the group.
What stood out to you most about how Jonathan Kuminga played?
I just liked his aggressiveness. He shot the ball with a lot of confidence. He had 8 rebounds, so he was much more active on the glass, than his first couple of years playing. We want that to continue, and showed his athleticism and did a good job.
Coach, what went into the decision-making of challenging a call with your team up 14 with 11 minutes left in a preseason game? Was it trolling? Was it? What were you trying to do? Were you working out the kinks for the season? Like, what was your overall vibe?
I was working with Brandon Preseason on that, so he told me he didn't touch him. I said, all right, I'm going to challenge the play, but if you touched him, then you got to know we can't do this anymore, because you have to tell me the truth. And it was somewhere in between, because he didn't touch him up here, but he fouled him down below. So we're okay now. But I wanted to help him understand. Don't tell me you didn't touch him if you actually did.
Hey, Coach, you've obviously watched Chris play for years, but what's it like having another guy out there with IQ, effort that you don't have to worry about? You know what he's going to bring every single night.
Yeah, Chris is amazing. I mean, it's just he keeps the game so easy. He's such a great passer. There's a pace to the game that is fun to watch as a coach, where you just kind of know he's going to just be making the right play over and over, and he understands when we need to pull it back and get into an action, or play faster, because he understands the rhythm of the game. So Chris is amazing. It's really fun to have him on our side finally.
Lakers obviously weren't playing everybody, but they are a bigger lineup, and you are smaller, very small when you start Chris and not Draymond, at least. Did you think that lineup held up pretty well, and does Chris give you more options than maybe you would think a 6-foot guard would give you defensively?
Yeah, I thought Clay did a really good job down on the block. I think Rui Hachimura posted him up a couple times. He did a nice job of holding him up. Clay is really strong, so if he has to guard a 4-man, then we think he can do that. Obviously it's just preseason, so you're not seeing teams trying to expose matchups and that kind of stuff. But no, that group held up pretty well defensively.
You mentioned it that Kuminga had a really good week. I mean, even before this game, what specifically are you seeing with him? And it might be more than a week. I assume he's been in the facility longer, just over the last month or so. Yeah,
I think he's just playing with the confidence that generally comes when you get to your third year. He's seen everything. He's feeling the game better. He looks more confident to me out there.
I know you said it's tough for rookies to earn much in just a week, but Pajemski, do you see him as a guy who can play point guard in the league? He was playing point guard tonight, I assume. Right. So is he a guy that you can see being a third point guard, a second point guard?
Yeah, I think that's he's just a guard. I don't know if he's a point or a two, but he's just a basketball player, and so he can definitely handle the ball and run a team. And we'll see where the season takes us, but. Again, what I like about him is he connects lineups, so we could put him out there with just about anybody.